Bad at First Sight, season 15, episode 15. I think, honey, Lindy is going to tell Miguel that divorce is not an option. I don't know what she's talking about, honey. Divorce is always an option in my marriage because soon as Big Mike do something to make me call Andrew, that's my lawyer. His name is Andrew. I got me a lawyer. Business lawyer, that is. To let me call Andrew. I'm not gonna tell you what his last name is, but if you've been following me, you know what his last name. His first name is Andrew, for God's sake. So, one of the disciples of Jesus, the Jewish Messiah. Soon as Mike do something to make me send an email or call Andrew, I need me a divorce lawyer. Can you refer me? We will see if divorce is an option. Divorce is always an option, honey. I am not one of those foolish Christians. I said, some of these Christians, this is stupid, girl. I am not one of them Christians that talk about, divorce is not an option. Yes, it is. As soon as you do something to make me call Andrew, we will see if divorce is not an option. But anyways, girls, choose. Married at First, I'm going to talk about Kristen and Mitch and Miguel and Lindy after they come back from their vacation. But before that, I want to say thank you for all my new cousins. Thank you so much. For those of you who are subscribing, thank you for joining the cousins. Thank you for those of you who have signed up for Janice Mentors Coming. Let me tell you, the workbook, oh my God, it's beautiful. Check the community tab. I've been sharing snippets from my new book about the guys I dated. So thank you for your love and support. Also, thank you for my birthday blessings. Guess what I got? I got me a new purse. Yes, I did. It's very cute. It's very slender. It can fit in the bin for work. You gotta go through security. I really love it. And I'm going to buy me some rain boots. These are my rain boots. I've had these forever. Oh my God. If you read 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet, I talked about these rain boots in there. So it has a little slit right here. And I was crying at work about it. And the girls were crying with me because they know this is one of my favorite colors. And so I'm going to buy me some rain boots to remind me of you guys. So you guys bless me on my birthday. I did find some, but they didn't have my size. They were salmon color. Oh my God. I love salmon. There were salmon color, but I'm going to go back every week to check if they have my size. I went yesterday. They didn't have it, but I will go back before the anyways, girl. Yes, honey. So Mitch, the bitch, and Kristen, all the couples came back from the vacation, and we see them going in their house, and we're over at Mitch and Kristen's house. And so they started to separate their laundry. And what did Dirty Mitch do? He went and got the laundry basket, girl, and put it on the bed. And when I say I vomited in my belly, because I'm like, the dirty laundry basket that you have to probably bring downstairs in the basement to wash. I don't know if they have the wash upstairs, but anyways, girl, it is dirty basket they put on the bed that they're sleeping on, along with the dirty luggage. They just came back from the retreat. Girl, I was like, Lord, no Jesus, no Jesus, no. Then they're separating their clothes, girl, and Mitch was doing like this. And I'm like, oh my God, he didn't bring a bag to put his dirty clothes in. Don't y'all bring a bag to put your dirty clothes in when y'all travel. Child, both Mitch and Kristen had everything mixed up. Oh, she said, oh, well, you just throw whatever in here and I'll go wash them. And he's just taking stuff out. This goes in the dirty, this goes in the clean. And I'm like, how disgusting. Did you separate your dirty clothes from your clothes? Do y'all separate? Honey, let me tell you, when I go travel, we all have our bags for our laundry. Lexi has her bag for her dirty clothes. I have my bag for my dirty clothes. Little Michael has his bags for his dirty clothes. And Big Mike has his bag for his dirty clothes. Or Big Michael and Little Michael, they share a bag, and then I just separate it when I can. Okay. But no, you don't mix up no dirty clothes and no clean clothes. How disgusting. I just cannot with Mr. Environmentalist. He is so nasty, girl. And so then they're talking about Kristen is asking about if he enjoyed the retreat and what was his favorite part. And I'm like, Kristen, I love you, Kristen, partially, but you're starting to get on my nerves. And I really do think Kristen needs to go to extensive counseling because she's always asking for praise and celebration, which in fact in marriage each mate is to celebrate and appreciate each other. Mitch doesn't give it to her, so Kristen feels like she needs to consistently ask, how did you like it? What was your favorite part? And I'm like, Kristen, this is a part of the data gathering process where you pay attention. Is he complimenting you, ladies? When you are dating, you must pay attention if a man is complimenting you, if he's doing nice things and nice gestures for you, if he's being thoughtful. No, girl, Mick Kristen is always begging and pulling and digging for Mitch to compliment her and praise her and to tell her how much he appreciate her. And I'm like, Kristen, you are starting to get on my nerves, girl. You need to sign up for some extensive counseling and not fake Pastor Cal and not the drunken allegedly Dr. Pepper. And for God's sake, not lying Pastor Devon Franklin with his fine. He not fine, he good looking. And I like Dr. Pia. You might be able to talk to Dr. Pia. I like Dr. Pia. Her name is Dr. Right? But anyways, girl, so I'm sitting here like, Christian, girl, please stop harassing the man. Allow him to compliment you and do what he needs to do. So then they're talking about him going away and that this is a hard time for them to go away. And then the fool Mitch is going to say he can't, he's having a hard time picturing their lives together. Well, that's because you don't love her, you don't want her, you don't want to spend the rest of your life with her. But you know what that says, ladies, is he's a visionless man. In my book, my new book is coming, I talk about a visionless man, how you need to be mindful of a man who doesn't have a vision. Vision is he's able to think 10 steps ahead. In 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet, if you do not have it, I talk about the shepherd husband. And ladies, what you want is a man, is a husband that's like a shepherd. See, a shepherd is never surprised. Okay, a shepherd, it's winter now. The shepherd is thinking about next year, winter, next summer. He is like, where am I going to bring my sheep? He's never surprised by the weather because he knows it is his responsibility to protect the sheep, protect his flock. So everybody is depending on him for him to know everything, aka a husband. Okay? So Mr. Mitch, the bitch, who is not able to vision his life with Kristen, screams visionless to me. Ladies, understand that when it comes to submission, what you are submitting to is his vision. Do you trust his vision? Can you come under his vision? Whole lot of y'all ladies married to visionless man. Whole lot of y'all engaged ladies engaged to visionless man. Whole lot of y'all ladies dating visionless man. And the part of choosing your husband, ladies, is do you like his vision? Can he see the future? That's why you ask him, what is your 5-year plan? What is your 10-year plan? If he say he don't know, girl, grab your purse and run. I'm just trying to tell you. He should have his life planned out. He should be able, 5 years from now, this is where I want to be. 10 years from now, this is where I want to be. But Mitch, honey, he is not able to see his life with Kristen. And I'm like, Kristen, ding, 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 Kristen. He can't see his life with you because he don't want to be with you, girl. Then he gonna say, girl, he want to be married but still be single, Mitch. How is that possible? Man can't serve to God. Okay, you cannot be double-minded, sir. Either you're gonna be married or you're gonna be single, and you have the right to choose. But you can't be both at the same time. You cannot be a husband and be a single man, be the same man you were before. Because like I said last week, for those of you women who don't want to be controlled, do not get married, because marriage is a control. It's structure. There are guidelines that you have to follow. So if you the type of girl that likes to be partying every day with your friends like Alexis, you don't need to get married, honey, because your husband is not going to approve of that. And ladies, if he's partying every night like Jared on Love is Blind, you need to move along, because you're not going to be okay with that. And if he needs to go out every weekend to hang with the boys, girls, I would run. I'm not saying he can't. Once in a while is okay. But every weekend you need to go hanging with the boys? Well, why did you get married? I just want to know. I just want to know why you got married. Why did you get married? So, ladies, pay attention to what the man said. I want to be married, but still be single. The devil is a whole lie. So then we go over to Lindy and Miguel, and she hated the retreat, and Miguel is questioning his love. He loves her, but these things keep coming up. And I'm like, yes, yes, Miguel, pay attention to these things that keep coming up. I really love this season, and I wish I had more time to review it, because it goes so hand in hand with my book that's coming up, talking about the guys I dated. Okay. So I'm like, Mitch, if things continue to come up, Mitch, that's because these are factors you need to deal with. Don't ignore it. Don't kiss over it. Don't love over it. Work on it now, because ladies, like I tell you in 23,000 guys, these things are going to come back to kick you in your teeth. You need to make sure your foundation is solid. There are no cracks in your foundation, because if there's a crack, girl, it's only going to get bigger. I shared my story about when we bought this house. The inspector got an inspector, black guy, and he says, you guys have 3 more years on this boiler. Is that the one that heat the house? I get confused. All that technicalness. Anyway, boiler. That's the one that heat the house, right? Yeah, because we didn't have any heat. Well, we said, okay, 3 years. Well, the January of the 3rd year, we closed on this house in July. The January of the 3rd year, on January 25th, there was a snowstorm. And guess what happened? Boom, the boiler went. So my husband calls the plumber, John. His name is John. He comes over. He said, Mike, I could patch this, but it's only going to keep cracking, and it's only going to get worse. You need to just go ahead and replace it, because once a boiler is cracked, that's it. Mike says, okay. He tells us, pack your stuff. We're going to go to the hotel. He calls PSE&G. It's a snowstorm. 30 inches of snow, 25 inches of snow. PSC&G can't come running over to you, because the people have lights out, trees on their houses. They can't get out and stuff like that. So they said, Mr. Thompson, this was a Saturday or Sunday, we can't get to you until Wednesday. They come out Wednesday. They say, Mr. Thompson, it's $10,000 for the boiler. We went through PSC&G, the city. Because if anything happened, girl, you could always call back PSC&G, say, y'all put this thing in. Other people, they call Billy, Bob, Tom to come put their boiler in for $3,000. My husband said, no, sir, I'm not taking that chance with my family. I'll pay the $10,000. Mrs. Thompson, $10,000. Sign here. And said, Mrs. Thompson, we're going to come out tomorrow. We're going to get it done in one day, and you should be back in your home in a couple of days. And guess what? That's what they did. Why? Because once the boiler is cracked, baby, you can keep patching it, but it's only going to get worse. So I'm yelling at the TV, Miguel, deal with these issues now, girl. Brother, deal with these issues, because if you don't deal with these issues, they're only going to get worse. Delusional Mindy is going to talk about. You just don't love me. You're rejecting me. And he said, I want it to work out, but another part of me is thinking, what if it doesn't? And I'm like, yes, Miguel, yes. You need to see both sides. You need to count your pros and your cons. Lindy avoiding the issues instead of her dealing with those cracks, those things that start popping up. She said, It goes back to fundamentals and love. And I'm like, dumb, you don't got no fundamentals, boo boo, because you don't want to deal with the cracks in your foundation. And the cracks are the things that's going to destroy your marriage. So deal with it now. Stop loving over it and deal with it now. She gonna say, there's no question if you're my person, but divorce is not an option. And I'm like, dumb. Did the experts explain to you? You get married at 8 weeks for 8 weeks, and at the end of 8 weeks, you're gonna decide if you want to stay married or not. And during the 8 weeks, what you are in fact doing is dating. What is dating? Gathering the data so that you might make an informed decision. And based on the data you collected, Lindy, you are supposed to form an informed decision if this man is a lifelong partner. She don't care, child. She don't care. All she want is a man. That's it. She just want a man. She don't care what problem he got, what problem comes, what problem excuse me, goes. And she said every time she hears him say, I don't know, you're not good enough for me, you're not my person, I want a divorce. And she's gonna say it's the rejection. She needs to go to counseling too. And I'm like, dumb, deal with the rejection problem, Lindy. Deal with the rejection problem. Delusional Lindy is gonna say Miguel is looking, listen to the fool, 10 steps ahead. And I'm like, yes, that's what husbands do, Lindy. That's what men do. They are supposed to look ahead and see the dangers, see the potholes, see the cracks, and correct it now before you get there. Unlike Mitch the Badge, who can't see himself with Kristen because he doesn't have a vision. Miguel have a vision and say, look, can this work in the long run? And the answer is no, Miguel, it can't. Leave the dumb girl alone. It can't work. Okay? Linda is going to claim this is a little thing. What the Bible say? It's the little foxes that spoils the whole bunch. It's those little things you do not want to deal with, ladies, when you are dated and engaged, that you think it's just going to disappear when you get married. And ding, boo boo. It's only going to get bigger because you didn't deal with it. Does all marriages have problems? Yeah, all marriages have problems, girl. Am I? Me included. Girl, this is why we see a counselor. Oh, this is a little thing. It's not unsolvable. It's not a big thing. They just have to work through it. This is what marriage is. This is a little hiccup. It's not that huge. And I almost threw the remote at the TV. But then I remembered Mike had to go buy 3 brand new TVs so that we can have the streaming system. And I tried not to throw the remote at the TV in Linda's mouth because she was talking too much. So then she said, we're not going to always know what to say. And that's why I always ask you for grace. And I'm going to come back, ladies, and I'm going to talk about asking an atheist for grace. Then she says, but it's saying you don't know if I can be who you want me to be. Then she says, if you love me and want to be with me, make it happen. And I'm like, this is why divorce is 50%. This is why I guarantee you, I can cut the divorce rate in 50%. Instead of divorce being at 50%, it will go down to 25%. You know why? Because all the red flags were there before you got married. And like the study shows, I don't know what the number is, so I'm still working off of old numbers, 70% of women file for divorce. You know why? Because they saw the red flags before, but they didn't pay attention to the red flags. You're going to love him and marry him over the red flags and think, girl, that your kitty and your cooking and your cleaning is going to keep the marriage together. But boo-boo, let me explain something to you. It's not sex that keep a marriage together. It's not your cooking that keeps a marriage together. It's not you cleaning that's going to keep a marriage together. It's not you swinging off the wall that's going to keep a marriage together. But the thing that keeps a marriage together is the foundation. If you make sure your foundation is right, no matter what comes, no matter what goes, you can always go back to the foundation. I don't care what me and Mike go through. I can always go back and say, this is why I married him. And none of them were emotionals. They were all strategic and foundational pillars that I made for myself, that no matter what comes, no matter what goes, I can go back and say, this is why I married this man. And we gonna work it through. But Lindy, she's a dum dum. I'm going, girl. I love you. I love you. Come on back and let's talk about asking an atheist for grace. Love you. Be sure to show me love on my books. I need reviews. Please, please, man, please, sir, leave me reviews. And don't forget to sign up for Janice Hylton Mentoring if you haven't signed up as yet. Come on back and we'll talk about asking an atheist for grace. Love you. Bye.